It is nearing the end of this beloved anime series that has been readapted into a, dare I say, fantastic anime series. It will go down as one of the best remasters of an anime in quite some time. And the anime I am referring to is Spice and Wolf 2024. And the reason why I'm calling it Spice and Wolf 2024 is because not only has it reanimated some of our most beloved scenes of the Spice and Wolf series, it also included some storytelling that has never been introduced into the animated world of Spice and Wolf, and that's the reason why I'm calling it Spice and Wolf 2024. I think that when I first started watching this anime, I would refer to it as a Spice and Wolf remake, which, in hindsight is kind of, I don't know why I did that, but I am really looking forward to what's to come, and that's what I wanted to talk about. I know this anime is nearing its end of screen time with the 23rd episode coming out. By the time you're watching this video, the 23rd episode has already been released of the sub version, not the dub. The dub's not complete. I don't think it will be until maybe November or mid-October. But I didn't want to talk about my thoughts generally on what I thought of the anime yet because it's not still done airing fully. But I did want to talk about one of my thoughts on the anime moving forward past just this first season that we have been given, and what my sort of vision entails on the future of the Spice of Wolf anime series. Because let me just be honest, the original anime was a combination of just only 5 volumes of the light novel series of the entire Spice of Wolf story, which is very minimal compared to the entire story, which consists of, I believe, 17 volumes. I would say that I would be very excited and astounded if they release not only a second season but a third season as well, to really dive into so much of the story that has been left untold to the anime viewers that just preferably just want to watch anime. And I don't blame anyone for just wanting to watch anime and not read through the amounts of story that is told within light novels or manga. I mean, people prefer mangas. I give credit to mangas for descripting some of the best scenes in our beloved anime series, but when it comes to Spice and Wolf, it's one of those anime that doesn't really get a lot of description. And the reason why Spice and Wolf 2024 deserves a season 2 is because it would just do the anime justice right. And there's so much story to tell within the story of Spice Wolf moving forward after they leave from Terrio, which is where they are currently at in the story, which is a village that was never told in the original anime of Spice and Wolf, which is why I am so happy that they dived into that story, because not only do you get to see the snake god, which has been sort of rumored and stuff, but I won't spoil anything because I've read through it. It is an amazing story that I am really glad they are telling within this 2024 anime. But where does the story go from Terrio, where Lawrence and Hollow are currently? Well, I would like to say that in the original Spice of Wolf, when I first watched it, the story ends sort of where Eve betrays Lawrence. And Eve isn't even a character that has been even introduced in Spice of Wolf 2024. And it's very exciting that they didn't introduce her at all. And I know some people may be scratching their heads like, well, where's Eve? Why wasn't she introduced at all in this anime? I feel like at the end of the 24th episode, which is the final episode of the series, I would definitely like to say that they might tease Eve into maybe doing it in a future season. When it comes to Eve's story, she has a grand story just besides what we see in the original anime. Besides just her betraying Lawrence, there's a whole bunch of storytelling that has been left untold within the light novels. One of my most favorite stories, and it's a really good redemption story, is Eve. Eve is a character that, it's kind of funny that they named her Eve in the first place, because she's sort of like that one that betrays people because she's just been so wronged in the past. There's so many biblical implications ramifications within this anime that don't even get me started on it. But what I would think season 2 of Spice and Wolf 2024 would definitely be Eve's story. That includes what we have seen in the original anime, from there on to Lawrence and Hollow going to the town of Caribou, or Karube, as people would like to call it. I call it either one. It's sort of like a bay town that is close to the island. I forget the name of the island, but it's the island of the sheeps. So there's like a sheep god that lives on that island. That's a whole separate story. But the story of Eve goes into the situation of the Narwhal. And the Narwhal situation that happens in Caribou, or Karube, when the Narwhal situation first comes up, Lawrence and Hollow hear that the horn of a narwhal can extend a human life. And this really pops a good idea in their mind, because at this point, Hollow and Lawrence are in a fully bond relationship with one another. Their relationship becomes more romantic in a sense. It's kind of funny because they describe a lot of their intimacy in such a beautiful way, I would say. But that's a side point. The whole Narwhal situation with the horn extending human life popped a good idea in Lawrence and Hollow's mind, that if they are able to get the Narwhal's horn from the Narwhal, then they could easily extend Lawrence's lifespan, which Hollow feels is like, whoa, I would really love that, because this guy's a very intellectual, even though he's went through all these mistakes of betrayal, greed, and whatever it may be, all the 7 deadly sins essentially. She sort of values Lawrence at that point of the end of the anime, the original one. I would like to say that not only Eve's story would be very nice to see, but the introduction of Cole, finally. I would love to see Cole be introduced, because he's a character that really makes Lawrence feel like, yeah, I'm actually becoming not only just an apprentice, but an actual master of an apprentice, which is Cole. And who is Cole? Cole is essentially this boy that Hollow and Lawrence meet on the way from the last town of the original anime to Caribou, but on the way they go down this river where Eve is said to be going down towards, that people sort of said she was like going down towards. So they go down this path, and eventually they come across this boy named Cole, which he's working. I forget the sort of introduction of Cole, but they basically meet him along the river going to Caribou, which was very fascinating. And Cole talks about how his town, his hometown, was in the north as well, and that it got destroyed. And so you get another sort of like similarity between two characters, Hollow and Cole, which is very fascinating, because they were both destroyed essentially by the moon hunting bear, which is the bear that Hollow and Lawrence are sort of looking into the town of Terrio currently in the story of Spice and Wolf 2024. But I would like to say that if they are going to do a Spice and Wolf 2024 season 2, then definitely go into not only animating the entirety of Eve's story that ends until the end of the Narwhal situation in Caribou, but also introduce Cole, because Cole is a very big part of the Spice and Wolf series. But I would definitely love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. I am very excited and do want a Spice and Wolf 2024 Season 2 anime adaptation. I would definitely love it, because as a constant reader of the Spice and Wolf light novels, I can say that with the most biggest heart, I would love to see the whole light novel series animated, if I'm being fair, because there's so many good scenes within the light novel that are never told at all. I'm on volume 13 and I haven't even gotten to Yoitz, and that's saying something. Right now in the anime of Spice and Wolf 2024, they would probably be in like volume 4 or I think 5. I think it is volume 4 where the land of Terrio is, the town. It really gets one to think about how the story is going to develop past just this season that we've been given, and it's been surely a blessing that this anime has resurfaced, this series has resurfaced. I never would have imagined Spice and Wolf ever coming back, because by the time I did get into Spice and Wolf for the first time, it was around like 2021, I believe, or 2022, I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's such a beloved series that never thought anyone would see it come back, which is why I went into the light novels and started reading them for the first time. And I would like to say that the light novels tell the story so much justice, and I would highly recommend it to anyone to read at all, because it is such a brilliant story told by Hasakura sensei. I would recommend the light novels to anyone that is willing to read the series. I have been Noble Oath. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment down below your guys' thoughts and opinions. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care and peace.